So you just tell me what you would like to do first. It really doesn't matter to me.
Well, let's go out and do a normal takeoff and a normal landing.
Okay.
That's where I usually start with somebody is like, you know, I feel like we build everything that we do off pretty much normal takeoff and normal landing.
2 Delta, turning left downwind,
All right, there's
14 traffic.
Governor's kicking in. Everything is in the green. We got no cautions or warning lights. We got an Archer over here on the left downwind. And we are going to do right traffic.
Awesome.
LaBelle traffic, helicopter 144 Papa Charlie. We're departing the taxiway to the right side of runway 14. We will be doing right traffic 600 feet below LaBelle. All right, so clear left, right, and above. We got some birds right in front of us. We're going to do a two-step pickup.
Okay, awesome.
So, nice and light. There we go. And here we are. We got 22 inches. We have 24.8 available. I'm going to pull in some power slowly.
About traffic, wind approaches on a 5-mile final on the R914.
There's my 45. We'll start our climb.
Traffic,
got a bunch of birds out in front of us, so we're just going to keep an eye on that.
Center downwind for the incoming traffic on the RNAV. LaBelle traffic.
Appreciate that, my brother.
Anytime.
All right.
Familiar, man. What's your name?
George.
You from FXE or Boca?
Fort Myers, actually.
I got you.
All right, there's 300. We're clear right.
Clear on the left.
LaBelle traffic, helicopter 4 Papa Charlie is in a right crosswind, runway 14 LaBelle.
All right, well, you probably heard me say in the videos like 1,000 times. Key to a good approach, good setup.
Yep.
Set it up nice, it's going to be nice. Set it up sloppy, it's going to turn out sloppy.
That is true. And we are clear to the right.
Clear on the left.
LaBelle traffic, helicopter 4 Papa Charlie, right downwind, runway 14 LaBelle. All right, so I'm just at 75. I'm going to pull it back to 70 from a downwind.
LaBelle traffic, wind approaches on a 3-mile final for the R914, full stop about.
I got him in sight, so we'll extend out just a little bit.
Okay. And I preached to everybody a good setup is 300 AGO when we intercept our angle for our approach.
Yep.
In trim, airspeed that you normally use, what do you usually use for the entry on your approach?
70 knots.
70 knots, good. That's what I use too. So I usually start just a hair above 70.
Right.
So when I do the aft,
Yep.
pull it back to 70. So airspeed, in trim, 0 rate of descent, everything nice and neat.
Blue Archer 382 Delta, turning left base, runway 14, LaBelle traffic.
All right, so I got that guy on final. I'm just looking for the guy on base.
Okay.
There he is up there. Just right now, he's just above the guy on final.
Okay, I see them both.
Okay.
Yep, just as you pointed that way.
LaBelle traffic, wind approaches on a 2-mile final, the R914, full stop LaBelle.
And LaBelle traffic, helicopter 4 Papa Charlie is on our right downwind. We got both the traffic in sight. We'll come in behind the guy on base right now.
So anybody who's been to the Robinson School has heard the general safe rule. Keep 30 on your airspeed until your rate is below 300, which is what you did on our first approach today.
Yep.
You kept a nice solid 30 until that rate of descent was below 300, and then you got slower.
Yep.
You are going to be heading southwest, kind of close to the departure end of LaBelle here. Let's do my go.
I've been amazed quite a few times. I've asked somebody, what's the general safe rule for flying approach? And come with all these crazy things.
Yeah.
And all I'm looking for is 30 and 30.
Right. Okay, just a little bit more. Boom. And we're clear to the right. LaBelle traffic, helicopter 4 Papa Charlie, right base, runway 14 LaBelle.
Clear on the left.
Wind approaches short final, runway 14, full stop LaBelle.
And now the examiner where I'm from, he doesn't mind if you go out and take your time, like you're doing a little extra time here to let traffic get into the runway. he always says, hey, you know, if it takes you 10 minutes to get set up for a straight-in auto, take 10 minutes. He'd rather you take the time.
Have the better setup because it's going to be a better maneuver.
Exactly. So from the Midwest where I'm from, that's totally acceptable. Take your time, get it set up nice. And I always use a bigger pattern. I use a bigger pattern than a lot of people. If you keep it too tight,
you jam yourself up.
You jam yourself up, it's hard to do it. Then if you make it too big, then of course you only get like 3 patterns in an hour. But finding a nice pattern size where you have enough time to get set up and make the decisions you need to make.
So 75 knots are coming up. Everything is in the green. We got no cautions and warnings. I got the traffic on short final. LaBelle traffic helicopter 4, Papa Charlie is final runway 14 LaBelle.
Awesome. Looking good. This is kind of cool flying at sea level. I don't have much experience at sea level.
You just don't get any mountains.
My first flight the other day, I'm like, what altitude are we at? Gavin goes, sea level. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Florida. Just not my thought process. My first thing is, oh, how high are we? Oh, 0. Sea level. Pretty view right there.
Yeah, it's gorgeous up here, man. The river.
All right.
You'll love the going out to Venice and coming back. You'll love the view.
Nice. I'm sure I will. I mean, I like my home. I like Indiana, but but this time of year everything's brown. You don't see green. And obviously we don't have the ocean. And... Okay, so
somebody just caught left down. I just want to see where he is.
Okay, we'll find him.
All right.
Traffic for LS 1018.
Look good.
Miles to the north inbound.
All right, I'm expecting a pristine approach.
Precision.
Since you had all this time to get ready.
I know, right?
So for here, it's going to be 300 AGL literally, right? So 300 AGL will be on our altimeter.
Correct.
0 rate of descent, in trim, just above 70. That's a nice setup. That's a nice setup.
So traffic, white and blue, Archer 382 Delta, clear runway 14 via Alpha 4, LaBelle traffic.
Looks like a nice angle. So of course, collective controls the angle, cyclic controls the speed. We start at 70 and then it's just a gradual process.
Slow, methodical.
All the way in. And one of the Vietnam guys that I flew with early as a CFI, he said, you know, look at those numbers, and it should always look like you're approaching those numbers
at the same spot.
Speed.
At the same spot.
And that means you're slowing down gradually as you're coming in. This is a nice angle. I like the angle. Speed's good. We're about 45. We're in trim. Rate of descent about 200 feet per minute. That's going to be good.
LaBelle traffic. Cessna 551 is.
You make it look too easy.
You set a high standard, My spot's the number, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
We don't have much wind, do we? All right, we were well below the 300 on the VSI before we got below 30. Awesome. That's a nice normal approach.
Thanks.
So how about now that we're over our letters, or our numbers, 14, where we want to be, let's do a clearing turn.
All right, and we're clear left.
Take a look around, and what I want you to show me next is the painfully slow takeoff. And you're not going to be able to cheat because
we are clear.
I got the camera set to where you can see the collective in the camera. So take your time and do this. Try to stay down low to the concrete or the pavement.
All right, so there's my hover power 22.
Okay.
All I'm going to do is slowly start to inch it forward.